Thank you very much, Soipan, Your Excellency, President William Ruto, on all protocols observed, fellow content creators. Your Excellency, I've realized today that you and I have had an income stream that we've not developed. And these people are not our friends, Alex and Agnes and Charles. I joined TikTok a few months ago, and when I joined, I had 400,000 followers in a weekend. Twitter, I think, is 2 million thereabout. YouTube, our followers. I hang out with these people, Your Excellency, and I will tell on them. Agnes has never told me that I can actually make money from this, and neither has Charles. But fellow content creators, welcome to Nairobi. This is the best place for you to be for this, class of 2023. Nairobi is Africa's Silicon Savannah. We say that knowing there are Nigerians in the room, but we say that very bravely because this is the next frontier when it comes to the creative economy. Coincidentally, Your Excellency, in the morning I gave an example of how in Nigeria, the creative economy is the second biggest employer after, I think, agriculture, and that we have the potential. Another reason you're in the right place is you have the coolest president on the continent. He is a president who gets it. He is with it. And he has put commitments on the creative economy that I don't think any other leader, for sure not in Kenya, not in East Africa, and certainly not on this continent, has done in the 9 months that he's been president. He is very YouTuberable, if there's such a word. So when you still have a chance, you can grab some content from him, and he's very flexible. The things he has done, especially in the run-up to the elections, online, just shows us how receptive he is to this new frontier. Many of you might look at what you do in the narrow sense of selling your content, whether it is fashion, whether it is music, whether it is lifestyle or money. One thing many don't realize is that you hold a tool that for centuries was held by very few. And for decades, people lost their lives to get such a voice. And the traditional media no longer holds a franchise on the voice of the people. You hold it in your hands. The democratization of that, I think because of its availability, then becomes misused or disregarded. The power you have, not just to change your own economies, but to change society and to change the world, is immense. So Alex, you have a cohort of world changers here with you. And I'm very happy, Alex, that it's young, black, content creators from all over the world. Your Excellency, the first thing I did when I became governor of Nairobi, okay, not exactly fast, but one of the first things I did when I became governor of Nairobi was to lift a very archaic and colonial ban that had been placed in the city center of Nairobi, where creators were not allowed to take videos and photos, and they would be arrested by city council askaris. And I said, this is nonsense, it's archaic, it's colonial. I'll invite you one Sunday to drive down the streets of Nairobi, down the CBD. You'll find hundreds of young people taking videos, filming content, while being protected by the police instead of being arrested and uploading it online. And so, as we grow this, because one of the SDGs, Your Excellency, in September you'll be talking at the UN, the future of work. This is the future of work. It is true, I told Waziri when she said her daughter wants to be a YouTuber. I see my sons, I have 2 boys, 11 and 10 and 9. They grow so fast. They grow so fast. And the most amazing thing is when you watch them watching someone playing a game. And I don't understand it. So instead of them playing the game, I say, why don't you play the game? No, they're watching someone on YouTube playing. I don't think I'll ever get it. I will use YouTube for what I use it for. I still have a music video up on YouTube. I used to be a musician. But I never tell Kenyans what the stage anymore, otherwise they will roast me. Now, as I close, for YouTube, Alex, we have issues. First of all, I don't get the same features I get when I'm outside Kenya on my YouTube Premium. Whether it is video in video, whether it is no ads, I don't get that when I'm here. Number two, I know it's emerging markets, but just listening to some of our biggest content creators in Nairobi, whether it is Butita, you know, and all of them, yeah, my brother here, there are some things that we can do to create more value for them. Yeah, I've learned about the super stickers that they're not accessing. I don't know about other countries on the continent, but the super stickers, monetizing them, connecting with M-Pesa. In Kenya, because we are the fathers of mobile money, and that's why the adaptability of technology is high here, because the first technology we trusted ourselves with or others with was to transfer money. And so Kenyans will be very quick to send M-Pesa. And so when they can't do that and they need a bank account to support our creators, then they get bored and they move to the next thing. And so we'd want that connection, which is very easy to do for that adaptation. And I'm sure with support of our president, you know, he'll tell Safaricom to get it done, and it'll be done, you know. Of course, the PIN verification is very difficult through mail. You know, it goes for too long for us. And of course, finally, the fact that many of them cannot aggregate their own content. You know, I think if we change some of those things, and I'm glad that you're working on a lot of those, then the young people that I lead in Nairobi, that the president leads throughout this country, will then have opportunities to make more out of their talents. I was just telling him, because we are in the hustler nation, we call it hustlers, that there's no bigger hustler. And a hustler is not what you may think out there. A hustler is someone who goes for it every day and finds a way to earn a living properly. There are no greater hustlers than those who just sit, imagine, create something out of nothing and make money. You people are real, you're real hustlers. You know, if we can do these things and continue partnering, then, you know, we'll really have a great future for our country. Finally, Your Excellency, I've heard, and it's good when my friends are told on, that Agnes has supported the national government with Wi-Fi in institutions, and she has not supported Nairobi County government with connection to our markets and to our schools. Let us do the last mile. That is my ask, and I'm sure the President will support that. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, content creators, karibuni Nairobi. Welcome to Kenya. Welcome to Nairobi. And I'll ask you now to be upstanding as we receive his